This is Newsnight for where we go above and beyond the headlines.
I am Marielle tonight on the program.
It's getting deadlier in Marawi. New airstrike targets terrorists, and that President Rodrigo Duterte visit evacuees some 40 kilometers away.
Mabuhay ka.
Police warn against spreading unverified terror threats but won't take away any risk.
I have directed the RD of NCRPO to make sure na wala makapasok dyan na kalaban para hindi sila ma-rescue.
And it wasn't homecoming they were hoping for. American detained Otto Warmbier dies shortly after returning from North Korea.
In a statement today, his parents say when Otto was carried off the plane, he looked very uncomfortable, almost anguish. But within a day, the countenance of his face changed. He was at peace, he was home, and we believe he could sense that. But he could not walk, talk, or respond to verbal commands. And today, he passed away, surrounded by his family.
And Charisse Pempenko is no more. The singer takes on a new persona.
Life has been patiently waiting for me, and I know there's no guarantees, but I'm not alone.
Almost a month into the war and less than a week before Ramadan ends, no let up in military airstrike against Maute fighter in Marawi.
In video from this morning operation, military plane dropping a bomb over the holes in their hideout, standing big smoke billowing into the air. The military said terrorists used drone to monitor of troop movements. No telling when the crisis will end. Our correspondents are at the heart of the story. Is in Iligan City. President Duterte visiting an evacuation center there at Ground Zero, that is Marawi City. Our correspondent has the latest operations against the terrorists. And here in Metro Manila, our reporters talks to the police officials about carrying out tighter security measures.
Promise tayo magkaibigan, walang iwanan na. Magpakailanman, kahit sa dulo ng walang hanggan. Best man! Uy, gusto nilang masarap na sesto? Pero, isa na lang eh. Sesto? Isa lang?
Masarap at healthy. Ano man ang mangyari,
Magkasama pa rin tayo ah! Sesto forever! The number one juice drink!
Di lang creamy, may flavors din.
Tony G! Me!
Sino nga to?
Kumusta?
I'm great! Chocolate!
It's been years!
Well, caramel!
Reunion ah!
Oo nga pala, French vanilla.
All these flavors in my Nescafe Creamy Latte.
Me!
What?
Me!
Tony!
Military is still holding out in portions of Marawi. The city suffers heavy damage from airstrikes in close-quarter battles. Let us get the latest from our correspondent. She is live now at Ground Zero. Giselle will give us a picture of the danger there right now. As hostilities rage on Moore Street, bullets seep into Capitol compound, which is supposed to be a safe zone here in Marawi City just last night. Not less than 5 came through the area where the media have their live set.
The heavy downpour doesn't stop the fighting. Government forces drop aerial bombs on enemy positions, and non-stop artillery attacks continue to pound the 4 remaining barangays held by the militants as troops close in. 29 days to the crisis, the militants have 7 barangays occupied by the Maute group, but while the safe zone expands, the dangers remain high. This CCTV footage shows members of media running to take cover and dropping to the ground as stray bullets fly in their direction. This almost 2 weeks after the child was shot dead by a sniper fire inside the mosque and just days after Australian journalist Adam Harvey was hit. The military says the bullet came down to the capital because it's higher than the battleground.
The armed forces also confirms the terrorists are using drones to monitor their movements.
Meron tayong mga na-take down na mga ginamit nilang drones.
Authorities report the dead include 258 terrorists, 26 civilians, and 65 government troops, as the holy month of Ramadan comes to an end in less than a week. Residents displayed by the remain hopeful. The troops continue to battle it out for the remaining enemy stronghold, but the violence persists. Military is in mood to finish the job.
They have cleared 16 buildings, but the enemy remains to hold the key battle positions, and sniper rest. The Maute fighters are also using the mosque, their logistical hubs where they hide their hostages.
Giselle, can you tell us how they preventing the spillover of this conflict?
They continuously coordinating with the various agencies, especially local officials, to avoid enemies escaping the city of Marawi. Also, Mariel, just to add, the government forces have.
Giselle Sampang reporting there from Marawi.
Nagyayaya ang ngiti, di na nga mapakali. Halika na, tara na, doon na nga ang punta. Labas lahat ng ngipin, sumasayaw sa tuwa. Ganyan ang feeling kapag bida ang saya. Bida tayo, kung saan bida ang bata. Sa Jollibee na tayo, mas matunog, mas masaya. Sa Jollibee na tayo, wala nang iba. Sa Jollibee, bida ang saya. Bida ang saya. Sa Jollibee, bida ang saya.
Happy energy, happy energy. Ang gaan ng galaw, ang gaan buong araw. Happy energy, napaka-enerban kasi. More energy, mas happy.
Malacanang insists ISIS or Islamic State.
Cannot turn the Marawi into its stronghold in South Asia? U.S. senators have expressed concern about this. U.S. lawmakers are suggesting American troops to play a big role in fighting terrorists in Marawi. Abelia, however, says they won't go beyond technical assistance.
Security measures in Manila has been tight since Maute attacked Marawi City last month. But the police confirmed security measures are even doubled after an alleged Maute relative tried to slip into the capital. Our Giselle Sampang reports.
Airport police armed with submachine guns, security guards with shotguns instead of handguns, more frequent mobile patrol, and more thorough screening of all vehicles at the entry point.
Security is leveled up at the airport, which is considered a vital facility, as the police make sure Metro Manila is safe from terror threats, especially crowded areas. They say this is a precautionary measure to contain the crisis in Marawi, as they arrest a number of Maute relatives in Mindanao and some who try to slip into Metro Manila. The police say they have been carrying out security measures nationwide since the attack on Marawi and the subsequent declaration of martial law in Mindanao. The police are also investigating a supposed PNP memorandum about the mute threat in Metro Manila that's gone viral. PNP spokesperson Jodardo Carlos cannot say yet whether the memo is fake or authentic but classified internal document, but he issued a warning against those leaking internal document.
Enemy here is the terror group, the Maote and the Abu Sayyaf group. As a nation, again, I will say again, let us look first at the interests of the country. At tapusin natin itong grupo na to na for a long time talagang nagbibigay ng sakit ng ulo sa atin.
Carlos says their intelligence report do not indicate terrorist threats in Metro Manila. The PNP is also advising the public to report about posting of supposed documents on social media. Carlos adds, the public should not believe everything they see online. Giselle Sampang, ABS-CBN, Philippines.
Hanggang saan naabot ang 20 pesos mo?
Pasakay!
O kanan! Kaliwa! Bababa na! For 20 pesos, mag-New Cornetto Choco Berry ka na lang. Strawberry and fudgy chocolate, now in one. With a chocolate crown and a rich chocolate tip. New Cornetto Choco Berry, sarap ng 20.
Guys, makikihangout sa atin si Ana. Sure. Ox lang!
No way!
Huh?
Yeah?
Okay ka lang? Bakit naman hindi?
Teka.
She's hot, pare. Oo naman.
O sige. If she passes the initiation, buksan niya lang tong chippy na to with one hand. Hindi mo kaya, ano?
Wow! Welcome to the club! Paano mo nagawa yun? Galing mo! Chippy! Tama mo talaga!
Grant Otto Warren Bayer, the American college student who was detained in North Korea, has died. In a statement, his family said in a post, it is our sad duty to report that her son has completed his journey home. The 22-year-old returned to the US last week after 17 months detention in North Korea for trying to steal a propaganda poster. His doctor called his condition unresponsive wakefulness and revealed he suffered significant brain damage during his imprisonment. In France, authorities have opened a terror investigation into an attack at Paris Enchant Mosaic. A car containing explosives and weapons ran in a mobile police unit on Monday. Officials confirmed that the attacker died. The suspect car busted into flames as police grabbed him and put him on the ground. In Indonesia, the hunt is on for 4 foreign inmates in stage to brazen escape from Bali Karabokan prison. The men dug the 15-meter-long tunnel under the prison walls. They are from Australia, Bulgaria, Malaysia, and India. The Australian national Sean Davidson had less than 3 months left of his sentence on revived Indonesian immigration law. Police says don't believe in fake news about terror threats in Metro Manila, but just the same, they are not leaving anything to chance. And singer Charis Pengpengo has a revelation. That's next here in News Night, where we go above and beyond headlines.
Ang life, parang fita. Minsan you're down, minsan you're up, minsan madilim, minsan maliwanag, minsan trip mo malalim, minsan mababaw, minsan miss, minsan hit, minsan may tamis, minsan may alat,
Oo nga, siksik sa sarap ang fita. Parang life.
Nagyayaya ang ngiti, di na nga mapakali. Halika na, tara na, doon na nga ang punta. Labas lahat ng ngipin, sumasayaw sa tuwa. Ganyan ang feeling kapag bida ang saya. Bida tayo, kung saan bida ang bata. Sa Jollibee na tayo, mas matunog, mas masaya. Sa Jollibee na tayo, wala nang iba. Sa Jollibee, bida ang saya. Bida ang saya. Sa Jollibee, bida ang saya.
Di lang creamy, may flavors din.
Tony G! Me!
Sino nga to?
Kumusta?
I'm great! Chocolate!
It's been years!
Well, caramel!
Reunion na!
nga pala, French vanilla.
All these flavors in my Nescafe Creamy Latte.
Me! What? Me! Tony! Me.
American college student Otto Warm being only intended to spend 5 days sightseeing in North Korea 2016. Instead, he spent 17 months there in detention. Less than a week after returning to the United States with severe brain damage, he finally announced he had completed his journey home. Jean Catherine has a report from the Ohio.
Lots of thoughts and prayer across by only tonight, just hours after Wambier died. The 2013 Ohio Men High School grad was sentenced to 15-year hard labor in North Korea while visiting on a trip. He was flown home last Tuesday in coma. The family said today in a statement, "Unfortunately, the awful torturous mistreatment our son received at the hands of the North Koreans ensured that no other outcome was possible beyond the sad one we experienced today." Ribbons lined merely in every street in town. City Council honoring his memory tonight.
I'd like to ask that we take a moment or have a moment of silence in Otto's memory. We've all had Otto on our minds for the last 18 months.
Doctors said Warmbier suffered severe brain trauma while detained. Tonight, President Donald Trump had this to say about North Korea.
It's a brutal regime, and we'll be able to handle it.
Now, Ohio make pause together about this brave young man.
His name will not be forgotten, and what happened will not be forgotten.
The Philippines, Malaysia, and Indonesia began naval patrols against piracy and terrorism. The joint patrols and information sharing, the first concrete steps in cooperating against ISIS-inspired terror groups in the region. In the statement released by the three countries, it states the Trilateral Maritime Patrol in the Malpi will address security challenges in border waters. Each country will set up a maritime command center. It includes air and land elements. President Duterte visited an evacuation center at Iligan City. Our senior correspondent, Jean Catherine Guevara, is now live from Iligan. Jean, how's the president visit there going?
Well, Mariel, almost a month since the fighting in Marawi broke out. The president faces his place residents for the first time. President Rodrigo Duterte flew to Iligan City this afternoon to speak before an audience of Marawi evacuees. He drove home the message that after almost a month of bloody violence and almost apocalyptic destruction in Marawi, he told residents displaced by the long-drawn terror siege he feels sorry for them. Here's the president in his own words.
Di pa man natapos ang Ramadan, I would like to say to the Maranao people that I am very, very, very sorry na nangyari ito sa atin. Sana kung madaling panahon, you will find in your heart to forgive my soldiers, ang gobyerno, pati ako for declaring martial law. Wala akong choice eh. Sinisira na ang Marawi. I have to drive them out. But I am very sorry. Pakiabot na lang doon sa mga kapatid nating mga Maranao na ang aking paghinakit rin sa nangyari na ito. Patawarin ninyo po kami.
But the president reiterated his frustration over some residents who he says allowed foreign influence with terror and extremist ideology to come to Marawi. He did not name names, but he made an appeal that he recognized the need to correct historical injustices towards Moros in Mindanao and nag-risk them fighting for them through a revolution. In fact, the president said he supports the ideologies Moro rebel groups like the MNLF and MILF are espousing. Instead of advocating radicalism, The President calls on Moros to engage his government in a peaceful dialogue. The same way, he is speaking now to the MNLF and MILF. The President also assured the residents that aside from ending the battle to free Marawi, he will prioritize rebuilding the war-torn city.
Hanggang saan naabot ang 20 pesos mo?
Pasakay!
O kanan! Kaliwa! Bababa na!
For 20 pesos, mag-Cornetto Choco Berry ka na lang. Strawberry and fudgy chocolate, now in one. With a chocolate crown and a rich chocolate tip. New Cornetto Choco Berry, sarap ng 20.
Hindi po. Hindi po.
Never.
Hindi mo naman kailangang subukan para malaman mo kung masama ba talaga siya.
Marami nang nasirang buhay ng dahil dito.
Marami pa akong pangarap sa buhay na gusto kong tuparin lahat.
Sa akin, wala talagang magandang madudulot yun.
When I was young, I was told that drugs are bad.
It's easy to say no pag alam mong masama.
Pag ginagawa mo yon, hindi lang naman sarili mo ang sinasaktan mo, pati ang pamilya mo.
Protektahan mo ang sarili mo. Ikaw na mismo ang lumayo doon sa tukso ng droga.
Wag.
Wag. Wag.
Wag.
Wag.
Iwasan mo ang droga, huwag mong subukan. Masisira ang buhay mo at sa huli ang bayan mo.
Is at the top of President Duterte's order battle now. He confirms illegal drugs are back at National Penitentiary. President also issued a strong warning against drug syndicates who are operating again.
It was a problem the administration dealt with early on President Duterte's term, but now it's blocked. President Duterte says drug syndicates are operating back again inside the National Penitentiary. Speaking at the 26th anniversary celebration on the National Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, he promised to institute reforms, but it wasn't clear on what these would be. He did coin to incorporate that it making easy for the dealers to operate the cell phone. He even has a unit with him. He means no words for inmates will be found with them.
President Duterte also wants to reinstate Superintendent Marvin Marcos. The Maute will lives bring to mind the crisis in Marawi. Lives lost, thousands displaced, and millions of damaged property. If some families with the same surnames but not related to the terror group cry foul over the bullying, they get in. April and Kate Santos has the story.
Say Maute and the only things comes to mind these days but the string of terror attack that culminated in the sages of Marawi City has given many Maranao families a bad name literally.
Maute is a pretty common surname in Lanao del Sur, but in Metro Manila, it has become a liability and inside doors for hate crimes. People with the name, especially the children, are getting bullied in school and on the social media.
Kahit anong gawin nyo, may dugo pa rin kayo mga terorista. Ganun kung ano yung sinasabi. Kahit anong gawin namin paliwanag, hindi pa rin sila naniniwala.
They explain their roots are there in Morondon town in Lanao del Sur, the 8 municipalities away from Butik, lair of terrorist named Sage.
April and Kate Santos, ABS-CBN Philippines.
Di lang creamy, may flavors din.
Tony G! Me!
Sino nga to?
Kumusta?
I'm great! Chocolate!
It's been years!
Well, caramel!
Reunion ah!
Oo nga pala, fresh vanilla.
All these flavors in my Nescafe Creamy Latte.
Me!
What?
Me!
energy. Happy energy. Ang gaan ng galaw, ang gaan buong araw. Happy energy. Nakaka-enervan kasi. More energy, mas happy.
If you're watching Newsnight, let's check how major roads that Metro Manila has looking first. Taft Avenue, Pedro Hill Street. If you're northbound, your lanes turn in the left side of your screens. Expected heat of brakes Pedro Hill intersection traffic becomes moderate to heavy from Luneta. On the right side, we had bound stretch, traffic to light going to Hillbound Avenue. Let's move on Skyway. If you have a flight to catch this evening, traffic is to light in the new NAIA Expressway, so expect a fast drive heading to NAIA Terminals 1, 2, and 3. The Senate Committee on Government Corporation and Public Enterprises would like to know if the Social Security system have the enough funds to sustain the additional 1,000 peso increase for pensioners. That is the subject of the inquiry today, which also tackled proposal to raise the monthly premium.
April and Kate Santos, live from the Senate.
Mariel, the Social Security System, or SSS, is telling us that there are funds for additional 1,000 peso increase to all pensioners, and other one word, there is no need to worry about this.
The SSS is open at book and show us figures to prove their claims the contribution has increased from 12 billion peso per month last year. Their investment and other income was done from 7.84 billion pesos in the first 4 months, last year to 8 billion pesos. This year that costs million pensioners every month. Now, does the institution need to increase the monthly premium to be able to help for higher pension? The view is not being considered points until such time that the tax reports are proved also during this afternoon at the Senate learning. Senator Dick Cordon was telling SSS officials to go over the funds and invent money properly so that they will be able to deliver their commitment to their members. Now let's listen to Senator Cordon and the SSS chairman.
Didiscuss natin yung lifetime ng SSS, kung paano natin mapapabuti, mapapalawig yung pondo para mahaba ang panahon. At hindi lang mahabang panahon. At pag nag-retire ang mga tao, dapat nila malaman para pag nag-retire sila, tama ang contribution para malaki rin yung retirement. Kasi kung maliit ang contribution, maliit talaga ang retirement.
The additional is 2022. Pero kung itong mga interventions na ginagawa natin sa investments, mag-succeed tayo and pray na mag-succeed tayo, ang aming self-imposed deadline is 2019.
That was Chairman of SSS Bin Amaldur Valdez, telling us about the additional 1,000 increase. Remember, the original proposal was 2,000 increase, the 1,000 peso which is now provided this year, and the other 1,000 peso increase and pension is target to be provided year 2022 of 3 years earlier, which is year 2019.
Hanggang saan naabot ang 20 pesos mo?
Masakay!
O kanan! Kaliwa! Bababa na!
For 20 pesos, mag-New Cornetto Choco Berry ka na lang. Strawberry and fudgy chocolate, now in one. With a chocolate crown and a rich chocolate tip. New Cornetto Choco Berry, sarap ng 20.
Happy energy. Happy energy. Ang gaan ng galaw, ang gaan buong araw. Happy energy. Nakaka-enervan kasi. More energy, mas happy.
Medical students in some universities need not to worry about some tuition fees. April and Kate Santos will tell us more.
Miguel is a third-year medical student going to med school. It's a challenge in itself, and finding way to pay it's even tougher.
It's around 60,000 pesos per semester. Hindi pa dyan kasama yung mga gastusin namin sa mga libro, sa mga tools na kailangan namin. At actually, lalo na pag nag-clerkship, hindi dyan kasama yung yung gastos namin sa mga medical supplies ng mga pasyente. Kasi most patients sa PGH cannot afford kahit mga simpleng syringes. And kami mismo actually yung sumasagot nun.
The government released 317 million pesos in tuition assistance for medical students in 8 universities. In colleges, there's a catch none. It catch what is called a return service agreement.
An assistance, they have to stay in the country for 1 year. And they can do the return service in various capacities, like do their residency in tertiary hospitals of the government. They can serve in provincial and district hospitals or even become doctors to the barrios.
About 2,000 students stand to benefit for the program, which also seeks to increase the number of doctors serving in government hospitals, especially in remote areas. UP Manila offers a similar program to its students, after it discovered that majority of them leave the country after graduation. They usually do the residency abroad. Often they stay there. Miguel understands why he points to the country's poor healthcare system. Another problem he hopes will be fixed soon.
Kasi wala silang pakialam dun sa sweldo. Nakikita nila na sobrang dahil pupunta sila sa community, sila lang yung doktor doon, wala pa silang minimal support pa yung nakukuha nila. Halos minsan yung ibang gamot sila na yung sumasagot. Nakikita natin, nagiging self-defeating siya.
If a student violates his return service agreement, he'll have to pay the government his full tuition plus interest. It is a tough obligation after college, and it may cause more complicated problem.
Promise tayo magkaibigan, walang iwanan na. Magpakirin man, kahit sa dulo ng walang hanggan. Best man! Uy, gusto nilang masarap na sesto? Pero, isa na lang eh. Sesto! Isa na lang?
Masarap at healthy. Ano man ang mangyari,
Magkasama pa rin tayo ah! Sesto forever! The number one juice drink!
Guys, makikihangout sa atin si Ana. Sure.
Oxlam!
No way! Huh? Yeah?
Okay ka lang? Bakit naman hindi?
Teka.
She's hot, pare. Oo naman.
O sige. If she passes the initiation, buksan niya lang tong chippy na to with one hand. Hindi mo kaya, ano?
Wow!
Cool! Welcome to the club!
Paano mo nagawa yun?
Galing mo!
Chippy! Tama mo talaga!
The exchange rate again breached the 50 peso mark today.
Its first time in more than 2 months, the peso closed at 50 pesos and 10 centavos into the US dollars. In Tuesday, it lost 19 centavos from the previous day. BPI chief economist June Neri says most Asian currencies have weakened the United States Federal Reserve handed at raising equal rates in the world's largest economy. This profit invested was to flank the safety, even assets like the Gallup.
Philippine Airlines acquiring 7 new aircraft from Canadian aircraft maker Bombardier.
In a statement says, the flag carries itself and signed the agreement for the purchase of 7 Q400 planes. That brings a total number of PAL's Q400 aircraft orders to 12. PAL will take delivery of the world's first duo across 86-seaters, making Q400 aircraft next month for domestic rules.
In this high cargo version, the cabin can comfortably seat 50 passengers at a 32-inch pitch.
Time now for the latest and sports news. Another big sporty event takes place in the country next year. Our sports desk anchor Beatrice Gagi has the latest. Bea, tell us more about it.
Yes, Mariel, this is certainly something for hoping fans for next year.
Manila will be the host for 2018 FIBA 3x3 World Cup. Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas, Chairman Emeritus Manuel V. Pangilinan, Pro the News on Twitter. The Philippines has played host the major sporting events in recent years. Southeast Asian Basketball Association Championship, the country also hosted the FIBA Olympic qualifiers last year.
Lean back. Oh! More springs than your mattress at home.
The whole city knows I'm a night rider. I'm a hype flyer as I fly by ya. Smell a whiff of butt rubber
The
from
young
tire.
boy.
To shine from the
Off the side of the glass, windmill. I feel the breeze. I feel the breeze.
Yeah, I'm a fire.
Tonight at several, we'll preview Game 1 at the PBA Commissionist Cup Finals between San Miguel Beermen and TNT Catropa, live on Sports Desk. I'm Beatrice Gagi. Back to you, Margel.
Thank you, Bea. This is News Night, where we go above and beyond the headlines and tell you why people still can't get enough of the Despicable Me franchise. Despicable Me 3 dominates the local box office on the movie's opening weekend.
The new comedy adventure from Universal Pictures grossed over 93 million pesos. Its Philippine distributors says Despicable Me 3 now has the biggest opening weekend for an animated film this year. It's launched in the totals from Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand. Despicable Me 3 is still showing in local cinemas.
Of your twin brother, Drew.
What? Twin brother?
Twin brother? Big brother?
I can't wait to meet my brother!
From an artist's new persona to government's new transportation policy, our Beatrice Gagi has to low down in trending conversations in social media.
Goodbye, Cherise. Hello, Jake Cyrus. It seems like a rebirth singing, formerly known Cherise, surprised fans by changing his name and deleting his post on all his social media accounts. The only post left is a photo where Jake Cyrus thanked fans for all the love and support.
I'm moving on. At last I can see life has been patiently waiting for me, and I know there's no guarantees, but I'm not alone.
Confused a lot of people kasi syempre like 2013 I came out as a lesbian, diba? And at the time kasi parang yung time na yun parang ayokong, kumbaga natatakot pa rin ako to really expose myself as a person as the person that I really want to be, meaning as a transgender.
Some are shocked, others hail his move. This tweet professes unconditional love. Quote, naging si Cherise or Jake Cyrus Kaman, love pa rin kita. Forever idol. Another netizen thinks screen name Jake Cyrus has more swagger. In his first tweet, Cyrus says he's overwhelmed by all the love. Jake Cyrus was among the top trending topics on Twitter Philippines today.
Guys, makikihangout sa atin si Ana.
Sure.
Oxla!
No way!
Huh?
Yeah?
Okay ka lang? Bakit naman hindi?
Teka.
She's hot, pare. True naman.
O sige. If she passes the initiation, buksan niya lang tong chippy na to with one hand. Hindi mo kaya, no?
Wow! Welcome to the club! Paano mo nagawa yun? Galing mo! Chippy! Tama mo talaga!
Ang life, parang fita. Minsan you're down, minsan you're up. Minsan madilim, minsan maliwanag. Minsan trip mo malalim, minsan mababaw. Minsan miss, minsan hit, minsan may tamis, minsan may alat.
Oo nga, siksik sa sarap ang fita. Parang life.
hanggang saan naabot ang 20 pesos mo.
Pasakay!
O kanan! Kaliwa! Bababa na!
For 20 pesos, mag-New Cornetto Choco Berry ka na lang. Strawberry and fudgy chocolate, now in one. With a chocolate crown and a rich chocolate tip. New Cornetto Choco Berry, sarap ng 20.
Also, making waves online is the government's Public Utility Vehicle Motor Modernization Program, which was launched yesterday on Facebook.
Joknos is supporting the program and suggests if all jeepneys cannot find a way to minimize carbon emission, then they should be replaced by environment-friendly e-jeeps. While admitting it was a good move, Don Obanya says drivers also need to be re-educated. Edge Napiza calls on critics about the program and says there's a 3 years transition period, so it's too early to complain.
Well, Justin Vinuya says, bago nyo naman pagandahin yung mga jeep na yan, sana unahin nyo muna yung mga kalsada natin. Napaka-traffic po eh.
For more these stories, you can visit our websites at abscnnphilippines.com and follow us on social media at ABS-CNN Philippines. We love to hear from you. I'm Beatrice Gagi. Thank you.
And before we go, a Dutch Filipina wins one of the world's most prestigious awards for young artists.
Martha Atienza bagged this year's Baloise Prize at the Art Basel, one of the world's most prestigious art fairs. The exhibition was held in Switzerland. Atienza is getting the attention of the international art community for her underwater video installations like this one you're seeing on your screens. It's entitled Our Islands. The installation was shot in Bandayan Island, located off the coast, the northern part of Cebu. Our Islands tackles environmental and political issues of the country, such as the resilience of Yolanda survivors, the flight of overseas Filipino workers, and government's drug war.
Hindi po.
Hindi po.
Never.
Hindi mo naman kailangang subukan para malaman mo kung masama ba talaga siya.
Marami nang nasirang buhay ng dahil dito. Marami pa akong pangarap sa buhay na gusto kong tuparin lahat.
Sa akin, wala talagang magandang madudulot yun.
When I was young, I was told that drugs are bad. It's easy to say no pag alam mo masama.
Pag ginagawa mo yon, hindi lang naman sarili mo ang sinasaktan mo, pati ang pamilya mo.
Protektahan mo ang sarili mo. Ikaw na mismo ang lumayo doon sa tukso ng droga.
Wag.
Wag. Wag. Wag. Wag.
Iwasan mo ang droga, huwag mong subukan. Masisira ang buhay mo at sa huli ang bayan mo.
And that's it for tonight. Thank you for your time. I'm Mariel Flores. See you again tomorrow for Newsnight, where we go above and beyond the headlines.
Bounce dito, bounce doon, lively, I'm here with Palmolive Natural. Ang buhok ko'y di na lifeless, with Palmolive Natural. Sa balik ang bounce, 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 ibalik ang bounce, lively, I'm here na may Palmolive hair. Bounce, 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 ibalik ang bounce, bouncy, I'm here with Palmolive Natural.
Nagyayaya ang ngiti, di na nga mapakali. Halika na, tara na, doon na nga ang punta. Labas lahat ng ngipin, sumasayaw sa tuwa. Ganyan ang feeling kapag bida ang saya. Bida tayo, kung saan bida ang bata. Sa Jollibee na tayo, mas matunog, mas masaya. Sa Jollibee na tayo, wala nang iba. Sa Jollibee, bida ang saya. Bida ang saya.
Jollibee, bida ang saya.
Ang life, parang fita. Minsan you're down, minsan you're up. Minsan madilim, minsan maliwanag. Minsan trip mo malalim, minsan mababaw. Minsan miss, minsan hit, minsan may tamis, minsan may alat.
Oo nga, siksik sa sarap ang fita. Parang life.
As hostilities. April Ankit Santos, ABS-CBN. April Ankit Santos. The Social Security System.